Hi, and welcome to another show. I'm going to stick my name on here. Here we go. So, welcome to the show. I'm the host, Elwin, and so I want to get some logistics out of the way first before we get rolling here. The talk show this evening, we're going to highlight some snowmobile clubs. We got a couple of folks on from Labrador, White Wolf, which is in Lab City, and Grand River, which is in Happy Valley Goose Bay. So we're going to talk to them about their club, and they're going to tell us all the details and trips and that kind of stuff. Something we're going to do tonight, we're going to draw for a prize for the last week, or the last time we had a live broadcast. And we're going to have a gift showing what we're going to do for the next one, for this, if you comment on this program. And Jeffrey's going to tell us all about that. So, and as per normal, we're broadcasting on 2 YouTube channels, and I think just 4 or 5 Facebook pages. So the one that you need to tune into is Ride the Rock Adventures, and I believe we got 6,400 people on there now. I think every couple of weeks we end up having 100 or so people sign up. Lots of good information there. We're going to feature all kinds of things, clubs, that kind of stuff, and we got a couple of shows that's coming up here that should be very interesting. And then a little later, we're going to give an opportunity if you want to come on and tell us about your club. Maybe there's a couple of more presidents here if you want to sign on with us. If it's not too late, we'll accommodate you. For those that are not members of Ride the Rock and you're watching this not live, but it's on the recording end, sign up and you'll be glad that you did. So let me show you what we got coming up here now. So this, on March the 31st, I got, gonna get a couple of reps on. I got a rep lined up for the Trailway Council and the Canadian Trails Federation, and I was talking to a fellow, he might come on. The Labrador Winter Trails, we're gonna have one of the guys that's on tonight actually come on and talk about that. And then we'll got a contact out for the Newfoundland Snowmobile Association. So that's all the head organizations of snowmobiling and the trailways, and so we'll have them on. And then April the 14th, I called it the Cane's Quest Island Style. So I contacted one of the fellows. He posted some pictures and he told us about a trip that him and his 3 buddies did. And so I'm going to get him on, and hopefully he'll show us some pictures and get his other couple of buddies on, and we'll have a good conversation. What I seen in the pictures was awesome. So I believe I'll bring up a couple of guys now from the Ride the Rock Adventures team, and they're all in the basement here. To the stream and Everett. Welcome, guys.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing, Elwin?
We got a captain in the chair, I'll tell you.
Oh
Captain
yes.
Kirk.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Captain in the chair here tonight. I should do my. People always ask, or they say, "Do you like my start of when I do my videos?" And he says disarmed. He said he always does disarm when he sees people now. So I'm gonna continue with the. How you doing, guys? This is Jeffrey, Ride the Rock Adventures. Hope you have a good night and enjoy the show that Elwin got planned out here tonight for us. And stay tuned. Write some comments down below. You could win a prize.
Yes, we do have a prize that's going to be given away on this show, and we got one for the next show. So it's been a couple of weeks now. You guys have been out on sled going. I've seen some pictures. So tell us what you've done this week. I know Jeffrey, he's got a motor on his snowshoes because he don't have a sled, but So Everett, you've been around, you've been up in the country or what?
Yeah, we've had a couple of nice days out. We were over to Kings Point today, actually, on the Groom Trail. Trails are just excellent right now.
Yeah.
So we've done a nice bit going. Actually, I got 1,000 kilometers put on in the last
Nice.
month, and that's more than I had last winter all together. So even though it's been a late winter, we managed to get 1,000 kilometers on. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes, awesome.
I just got to take my headphones off because I'm hearing you twice here. So, and Carol, you've been working, but you've been out on the sled, right?
Oh yeah, last Saturday I was up in the woods for get a couple of sled loads of wood for out in the gazebo for on the weekends, throwing a few darts or whatever. Keep the fire going, right?
Oh, cool.
But to clear that, I don't get a chance to use skidoo anyway, only on the weekend, and hopefully this weekend I might get a ride in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was up a couple of times. I got a tent up in the country, and we went up there for overnight, Peggy and I, and the trails were awesome. I think we cut it twice. Once, the first time we went up, there was all fresh powder, and breaking the trail in was really nice. And we seen all kinds of moose tracks, but they're shy. I'll tell you, I haven't seen a moose for the longest kind of time, but there's tracks everywhere.
Yes.
In saying that, I was talking to a guy, a gentleman yesterday. He called me from Deer Lake. He was asking me about going up Northern Peninsula, and do we see any moose or any sign of animals going up there?
Oh, yeah.
Other than the beautiful countryside, well, yeah, I don't know if we've ever seen any animals other than one bear.
That's all, yeah.
But yeah. Another side note, this week I've had several calls. Apparently this weekend's going to be a busy weekend for the Bay Peninsula. We got 2 big groups, to my understanding, going by the phone calls I got yesterday and the day before, coming from Corner Brook and Deer Lake area, and they are not associated with each other at all. They're coming down from those areas, coming down the Middle Arm, and then they're going to coming to Bayvert, certainly. I think they're staying a night somewhere, and back again. So it's going to be a busy weekend here this weekend, I think, going by the phone calls I've been getting the last couple of days.
Oh yeah, they want you to take them on a tour, do they, with your snowmobile or what?
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
We met a couple today on the trail at the warm-up track at Galpan from Palm Paradise, actually. And we're staying in Owley tonight. So they had a man and his wife had a machine each, and they're really enjoying it.
Yes, wonderful.
Oh, that's good. I seen some pictures on Ride the Rock too of some caribou. So there's lots of caribou on the go as well.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
And a few people took some trips up to the Gaff Topsails, and I believe there's not that much snow there this year, but there's lots of caribou, right? So
yeah, it is.
People are getting out and exploring the back country, and that's what this is all about, right?
Yes. And in saying that, a lot of these, I know a lot of the backcountry trails that we go on been there for years, but without the clubs that, specifically some of the clubs that we got on the island and off the island in Labrador, such as these 2 gentlemen we got coming on, without these clubs, these trails would grow in over time and be inaccessible by anyone, whether it's summer ATV or winter snowmobile. So these clubs are very, very important when it comes to tourism and our enjoyment to the outside, without which they would just grow in.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, we had to get time for our sponsors. So.
There you go. Someone got to pay the bills.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's good.
Got to get a free ice cream for Jeffrey.
Yeah, you don't need it though.
One too many. One too many free ones.
All right, let's bring on our guest and get them to tell about their club and who they are. An introduction. Now I know Eldon has been having a little issue there. I don't know. He seems like he got it resolved there now. Oh, you're here. Do you hear us, Eldon, or what? Anybody read lips?
Oh, hang on. His mic was muted.
Okay, we have him.
There you
Got her now, right?
That's good.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got a picture of my buddy behind me. See it? My buddy's just
There you go.
Yeah.
I hope that's not your techie.
We thought he was froze up.
Yeah. Last night he told me his best buddy was Greg, so I don't know if that's his best. Is that the picture of Greg or not?
No.
well.
Uh,
Greg is a good buddy.
cool. So
How you doing,
let's
Greg?
start with you.
No
Let's start
Twitter.
with you, Greg, and just tell us who you are, a little bit of history that you have, and I mean, don't go back too far because you'll go back past Everett and myself. So, but just tell us about yourself and your club, and then Eldon, you do the same, and then we'll get into the club thing a little bit. And I don't know if you guys got a few pictures. I got a couple of maps that I can put up, but. Greg, why don't you go ahead and tell us about yourself?
Okay, my name is Greg Wheeler. I'm the president of Grand River Snowmobile Club here in Happy Valley Goose Bay. Our club has been around since 1998, 99, somewhere around here. We have
97, I think we all started, Greg.
97, but yeah, I was trying to remember the year. Then dropped it. We have a total of about 350 kilometers of trails here in Goose Bay. We
350 kilometers, wow.
Yeah, we got trails in town, all around town. We go to top of Grand Lake, it's about 60 clicks. We go up to Echo Lake, that's about 45. We groom to Northwest River, and we groom to partways up to Church Falls, always up far lower brook. That's about another 50 clicks.
Wow, that's So how many groomers do you have now doing that? You got 2 or 3 groomers or what?
We've got 4 in total. We've got 2 piston bully 200s. We've got a piston bully trail bully to start our new one. And we've got our backup as an older, but still works in great shape as a BR 180.
So we know who the bully is here.
Oh, yes. they're the Cadillacs.
There you go.
And so they're all volunteer drove, right?
Yeah, our club is completely volunteer.
Is it?
Yeah, we right now we've got 5 or 6 of us that have been around for almost 20 years. We've got a couple of new people this year. First time ever, we've got a couple of new ladies driving. That's working out perfect. They got no issues going around town, going wherever we want to send them. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Good.
doing really good.
And Eldon, give us an overview of your club and your machinery and that kind of stuff. And then we're going to get into something else, Eldon, a little later here.
I
You
know.
what I'm talking about. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Eldon Wheaton. I come originally from a place in Notre Dame Bay called Fredericton, out in Gander Bay. I've been here in Labrador City since 1971. I got involved with Snowmobile Club when they started in 1997. We keep 500 kilometers of trails groomed. We go, you can leave Labrador City here and on the straight run, you can go out 220 kilometers, all groomed trails. To be on Menahek Lake, that's the reservoir for Shefferville and whatnot, and going northeast of there. And we have 2 PB200. We have a PB200, a PB400, a PB100, and a BR180. 180 is our one that we use as if we got to go out in the fall a year early or something like
So
that.
that's 4, is it? 4 machines you have?
And we usually have, right now, we're we have four groomers. We pay our groomer operators. We have a scattered one that is a volunteer, but we have three. We have two full-time operators. We have a third part-time operator, and we have a guy that does maintenance on our trails, like brush cutting and signage and things like that. And we have a clerk in the office. Right now, we got over 1,500 passes sold for this.
Awesome.
So Eldon, how close do you come to Greg's territory? Do you guys touch each other, or there's a big separation between Goose Bay and?
Nowhere close.
Oh, are you?
500 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to have a
there's
link,
big
and
gap
the
between,
trail is still
Goose
there.
Bay and Lab City,
When we started out, Labrador Winter Trails. Yeah, that's a
okay.
big jump. Yeah. Churchill Falls is not such a bad jump. Our trail ends to within probably, I don't know, maybe 150 kilometers from Churchill. But when we started out originally, we had the trail groomed from Labrador City to Goose Bay.
Oh.
But
Okay.
the funding was just astronomical to keep that trail all winter long, and it just fell by the wayside.
For sure. Yeah. I was saying earlier that I didn't even realize that there was even clubs in Labrador. So I'm sort of glad that Elwyn put this this topic together, to tell you the truth. And I'd say there's a few people out there like myself that probably, if had the opportunity, might go to Labrador at some point and check out the scenery and the trail system up there as well. Because I didn't even realize there was even clubs.
We've had a couple travel through. I think it was in January month that came up and did a week snowmobile here in the Goose Bay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna interject here a little bit. I just put a test.
Past
up there
Whaler, they
for a
do,
second.
I think, 250 kilometers of trails.
Okay.
What'd you say?
You got a little delay there. That's no problem. Whoever's watching, like Kyle's going to win this this prize for the next draw too, because he's the only one that passed a comment on here, right, so far.
Yeah,
So I just put a test up just to see if there was something wrong with the chat, but so Kyle, you're going to be your name is going to be on every slot in this rotating thing we got going on. Right on.
So we need to get some competition for Kyle here now, guys. So 19, 20, 30 people, whatever is watching there right now. Jot a comment or question down below, and we'll all between the six of us. Hopefully, one of us will know the answer, and if we don't, there's someone out there who knows the answer.
I know what's going on. Every time somebody puts a text on there that's not Kyle erases it.
That's what it is, yeah. How you doing, Stephen? Stephen Newberry. He's one of my co-workers, actually.
Oh.
He's a mechanic down at Pine Cove.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he's got competition, right? So.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. No, I was going to.
So,
ask
guys,
a question.
if let's say if I wanted to come down to Labrador and take a trip down here, and whether it's Goose Bay or Lab City area, where I don't have a snowmobile, is there anywhere in your area where you can rent snowmobiles and lodging and those things? Like, just interested now for maybe someone want to take a trip like that.
Here in Goose Bay, there's a couple places. Well, it's actually just one place you might go to rent, but that's about it. Lodging's the last year, but there's not a real place here to rent canoes. No.
Okay.
Here in Western, there's nowhere to rent. We tried it. 3 organizations tried it years ago, but the insurance and the maintenance was so high, you just couldn't make go of it.
Right on, yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to ask a question there. do you have like a day pass or a weekend pass or a week's pass or anything like that in your groups or what?
We do a 3-day pass.
Okay, 3-day pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And we
good to
do
know
a 1 day
because-
pass.
Oh, you do a
We
1 day?
we do a
Okay.
1 day, or if we don't have very many tourists coming, it's rare that we get any tourists coming in here looking for packages. Usually, they come and they buy a season pass. The season pass is only 115 before December and 25 after, right? So for a
Okay.
week of snowmobiling for $100 on our trails is nothing.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
It's cheaper than buying 7 1
But
day
we don't get
passes.
very many. Most we get is from Quebec, and they come on a regular basis.
Yes.
It is.
We got
It's a lot cheaper, yeah.
So there's a question up there. How long is the riding season that Jeff is asking?
We start grooming usually in Christmas time, and
Riding
we usually go right till April month.
Oh, okay. So I worked in Labrador years ago, but always had lots of
Usually,
snow.
April is our best month of snowmobiling in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The
we
usual
haven't.
year we get about anywhere from
It's the least
12,
amount
14 snow.
It's the least amount of snow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I guess it's packed down in by that time, eh?
This is the least
Yeah.
amount I've seen since I come to Labrador City for a winter.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're about the same. Eh? So
We usually groom up till the 15th of April.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that's a nice riding.
The big
season,
problem we
actually.
got so many brooks and streams, and they open up early, right?
Yes. Yes.
For those
So,
people that
you guys don't have many bridges or anything? I know that's costly, very costly for clubs. I know. Is there any like pre-existing bridges on some of these trails, like the old forest logging roads and so forth?
No.
We've got
Anytime we got
some
across the brook, we got to either push in and let it freeze.
Okay.
we use Grand Lake Road and Echo Lake Road. They're forestry access roads, so there's bridges and culverts on them.
Okay. Yep.
Going Northwest River is kind of iffy this year, especially with the ice conditions are not very good this year at all.
No, it seems like that is everywhere, even on the island portion as well. Is just this year it was a very late season, a very short season, and it don't seem like as much stuff frozen underneath. Like the bogs are not frozen. The brooks thaw out really fast, and and it makes for dangerous conditions.
It does. We started off a pretty good season. We had snow early. It was starting to freeze up, and things were looking pretty good. But then all of a sudden, we had 2 days of rain, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and it kind of ruined it for us for a while. And
yeah.
So we got an
But
adventurer here.
I know we're starting to go on this year, but this is a different year. But for the most part, your snowmobile season is, as usually, I'm assuming, is fairly good where you're up a little northern than what we are. So I'm assuming you've got a little cooler, a little harder packed trails, much nicer for riding and so forth. So I know this is a different year. So maybe we should promote the good year, not the bad one.
yes, I mean we've also had years where we started grooming in November, and like you already said, I never stopped until the end of April. So
yes.
You got lots of warm up shacks and things like that.
We got a little different winter than you fellows had. We had lots of frost. We got at least 24 to 36 inches of ice in the lakes. We got no problem with ice, but our problems was snow. We didn't get any snow. We got some on the beginning, but like Greg said, we had 36 hours of hard rain in Christmas time. We lost most of our snow, and then we didn't get frig off snow back until about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, but we're doing good now. We got good trails out there now. We got a lot of, we call it slob, where we got that big lot of snow there a couple of weeks ago. The ice, sank, the water came up, and we got a lot of slob. We had PB 400 in the slob today for about 4 hours. She went down and bottomed out.
I
We
see.
had to send another machine and haul her out.
Yeah, that's costly.
So,
Yeah.
so you got like a snow
Well,
and the
you
slush
know,
and the ice underneath?
we got the machines that'll pull her out, right? We had another PB within 20 kilometers of her, so she went.
Oh, okay.
It took a while to get her because you got to get another machine out there on the ice and get cables on her and whatnot.
Yes.
And she's the heavier machine. She's 20,000 pounds, and she had her drag in tow, so that's an extra 2,000 pounds. But
Yeah.
them piston bullies bought lots and lots of torque. They can take it out if they get the footing right. But it took a while. It took about 4 hours to get her back on the trail.
Yeah.
It's scary.
But never a dull moment.
No,
No,
I
never a
was,
dull moment was great.
No, I did some ice fishing
For sure.
there just a couple of days ago. And
Oh,
I went
it's
down
not scary.
about,
She's not going through the ice.
No, because
No,
that's
sure,
what
yeah.
I was just going to say. I went down probably 3 inches, and it was like ice, and then it was water for another couple of inches, and then I think I had about 8 inches of ice where I was ice fishing. So I guess it's the same kind of setup down there, only probably thicker ice, huh?
So, Eldon and Greg,
We got solid
first
ice right through.
first, Eldon, I'm just wondering if I would come down for a trip on Snowmobile, what would the place you would recommend first? The for scenery and for a nice ride for 3 or 4 days, let's say. Where would you direct me?
You're in Goose Bay. Like all of our trails around town, they're
I would
probably
recommend you come to Western
3 to
Labrador.
4 hour trips. No, you have to come Goose Bay first to get Labrador.
I tell you what, yeah, we'll give each of you a turn to answer that question for me.
Yeah. If you're in Goose Bay, there's, like I said, all of our trails are fairly close to town. They're probably 3-4 hour runs. There's warm up shelters out there to stop and have a ball up and stuff like that. But you can also go to Northwest River, and then from Northwest River you can go on north to the North Coast, McCovic, Hopedale, all the ways up Maine.
Well,
So you're looking guys that travel up there. They usually go for at least 3 to 4 days because it's you kind of got to plan, take gas with you, and have places to stay and stuff like that, right? So
sounds interesting, though. You know, like
Yeah.
For a bunch of folks either coming from Quebec or coming from the island
The coast,
or New
the coast
New
communities of
Brunswick
Labrador. If you've
we've had people like I said, we had couples come up from
we
Ireland
get
so far
some
this
most
year,
of our
and I've had a couple phone calls now from people in Ontario and Quebec looking for maps and GPS files for next year. So
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay, Eldon, your turn. You got the floor.
we got no one this year, but we usually get. I recommend you come to Labrador West. We got a little different here. We're our town, the elevation of our town is 1,780 feet. I know it's not really good as high for a town in Newfoundland, right? So we're up on the height of land, they call it. We got a lot of beautiful scenery. The Labrador, you want to check out Facebook and whatnot. Labrador, the Northern Lights is fantastic up in this area. There's cottages and cabins all around. We have 8 warm-up chalets on our trails.
Oh.
And if you were coming in here, if you woke up with someone in here, you wouldn't have a problem. But there's bed and breakfasts. There's lots of hotels. And there's lots of good people that would help you out and
Jeffrey,
take
we
you
have
out
to
on
go
the trail
down.
and show you around.
Jeffrey, we have to go down. I got a brother down in Labrador City, see?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, someone's segueing right into Eldon's
Who's your brother?
territory.
Jamie, yes, he's a Salvation Army officer there, him and his wife.
Eldon.
How is your club's involved in Cane's Quest? The clubs is not involved in Cane's Quest whatsoever. Cane's Quest not allowed on any more groomed trails anywhere in Labrador. It's all backcountry Cane's Quest.
Wasn't there somebody last
Now
time? I'm
a director of race logistics and. What?
Wasn't there somebody on Cane's Quest there last year, or the year that they ran, that was on the groomed trail and got disqualified for so many kilometers?
Right on. Yep. It's automatically disqualification if you ride a trail that is restricted or out of bounds. You could get up to disqualified immediately.
I guess in Cane's Quest too, it's supposed to be. My understanding is supposed to be backcountry. So if you're riding on a groomed trail, you're not really backcountry in an area.
No, it's right.
So, Eldon,
no,
you got some history with
and
Cane's Quest, right?
we have a system. Yes, I'm a director of race route and checkpoints. I've been involved in it since 2005, and that was the birth of Cane's Quest 2005. But just another one. They're not even allowed to run the transmission lines. All transmission lines in Labrador is out of bounds, and all. Yep.
Yeah,
Got to be
on that note, when you're saying transmission lines there, I'm as you're aware there now, I don't have a snowmobile, but in the last 3 years, I've purchased my very first side-by-side. This is where Ride the Rock Adventures came into play. And just last summer alone, in 3 months or so, my wife and I, we put over 10,000 kilometers on our bike. Spent 30 plus nights in tent on the trails in the backcountry. So my question is to both of you guys here now, if I would come up there in the summertime on bike, what kind of trail system would be available to me, if any?
Which goes in conjunction with this question that Jeff has posted here now.
Zero in Western Labrador.
You can do a fair bit of riding there in the Goose Bay area. Like I said, going up Grand Lake Road, there's all kinds of side roads off of that. You can get into where the cabin areas are. There's all kinds of places to go fishing. Same going in towards Echo Lake. You can go all the ways in there. Echo Lake and Grand Lake Road, you can probably get in truck if you wanted to. Most of our trails around town, you can get in on quad or side by side. So there is a fair bit of bike riding in summertime.
So if I want to get access, let's say, to the pole line, the new pole line come down across, where would I get on there, or how long would it take me, or do I hit some big rivers and I can't get across?
The new pole line going south starts down around Fort Hull, and you can come right to Goose Bay.
Okay.
There's nothing to stop you. Just one of our volunteers.
Yeah, there's a half decent hard bit.
And
Yes.
If somebody is on
But
here
once you get out of Central Labrador, you're not going anywhere on four-wheeler or side-by-side. We have a few. We have a few whole mining roads that we can ride on. I got a but for four-wheeling, I got a cabin in on Menahek Lake. I have to take my my four-wheeler and go to just outside of Churchill, and I go from there. It's 150 kilometers from there to where my cabin is on Menahek Lake. So we can ride that on four-wheeler, but regards of coming into Labrador and riding right through on a side-by-side and going on into Quebec,
you're
not able to live long enough to do it.
No.
Gotcha.
In between going from Goose Bay to Churchill Falls, you'll never make it. That's the truth.
You'd have to take that.
But you'd have to go on side the highway all the ways up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Never.
Yeah, that's no good. No. So you can go from Fort Hull, let's say, to Goose Bay?
That'd be impossible.
Yeah, well, you can get just across the river, the Churchill River, where the line comes out, and then you just have to travel upside the road. It's just across the
you would
bridge.
still need someone riding the highway.
Okay.
So I was going to
What was
say, I
that
put an
question
email
about
address up
tracks?
here. Yeah, don't worry about that one. That's a big topic actually, and we won't touch that here. But I got a couple of email addresses up here, and
Okay.
we'll if somebody is out there and you're trying to get information, we got the contacts with Eldon and Greg. So if you can write down this email address, or at least two, we'll get the information. If you're going up this summer and you want to go in Greg's area, and you want to, kind of a route out where to go and that kind of stuff, we'll contact the boys, and we'll make sure you get your answer. So just send along the email. That's why I put it up there. But the topic of tracks on trails.
White Wolf has got a Facebook page.
Okay, good.
You can go on the White Wolf Facebook page or our website. You'll get a lot of information of that. You'll see a lot of pictures, especially you can't pay attention to everything you see on our Facebook page because we got a lot of naysayers and whatnot. But and all my contact and the board of directors contact and everything is on our website. You can reach us at any time.
Yeah, it's the same for us. We've got a Facebook page, Grand River Snow Club. I post all trail updates on that, and also on our Facebook page, there's an app button. You press the button and it takes you to a satellite tracking page, and all the groomers in Eastern Labrador are all tracers, right? So you can see where the groomers have been, all of ours plus all the ones on the North Coast.
So that's a great feature. I mean, if I was going to go and plan the trip there now in the next day or so, I can just go on your site and see exactly where the groomer is coming from, where it's been, and see the actual live where the groomer's at right currently.
Yeah, when you bring up the satellite page, there's a listing on the left of all the groomers and the tracers. You click on it, and it'll give you a history. You click on one of the histories, and it tells you the last time it was in what way it went and everything. So
cool.
Yeah.
We have
Stefan
INREACH as a board of our groomers.
Okay, yeah.
Good. So I got a comment here to Stefan now. We're talking today about these guys' clubs, and so the issue with tracks, on trails and snowmobiles on paying for stuff, all that, we're not going to get into that tonight. We will touch it some other time, but the topic tonight is about dealing with their clubs and promoting going to their place and going for a weekend or a week or that kind of stuff. So I see a few questions you got there, so we won't touch those tonight, just to let you know there. Thanks for commenting, though.
And your name will go in for the draw for sure.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, like I mentioned before, and I put on the site even today, that Ride the Rock Adventures is designed for people to talk about their adventures and the enjoyment of the province that they live in and the scenery, and promote the trail system, promote our province, promote the area. And these other topics are for, I think, maybe for a different group. But we're here for promoting the sport and the enjoyment of this sport, and that was my vision when it started, and I'm trying to keep that vision as possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll keep it to that too, and I noticed the last little while on our on the Facebook page there about motorcycles and touring, and if you ride, like Jeffrey said, if you ride side by side to a horse, if you're riding, whatever constitutes riding, that's what we want to get involved in and promote. Different places to see, different trails to go on, different clubs to meet, and where to stay. Like Eldon mentioned about some bed and breakfasts and that kind of stuff. So if you're trying to do a planned trip somewhere, this is what this is all about. So
some of those I noticed some of the questions coming up there. They're just putting Facebook user. If you want your name put in for the draw, yeah, put your name there. If not, we don't know who you are, so we cannot put your name in, right?
Good point, Carl.
Okay, I think this is a legitimate question here.
Right-
I saw a
right there,
video.
So if they don't put their name in, we're not going to be able to know who they are, right?
Yeah,
That-
we won't be able
that's
to.
right, yeah. Yeah. So anybody want to touch this one here?
Yeah, but the UMIAC goes into voices. There's a group of people got together. When the boat goes in, it actually cuts off
Voices,
their
yeah,
access in north and south. So when the boat goes across, they've got the company actually put together it's almost like a snowmobile bridge that they push across the opening so that you can still travel north and south.
Neat. I think in the
Ellen?
West we call them ice bridges or whatever. Right?
Almost like the ice bridge.
if
Yeah,
you- At last King's Quest,
Go ahead.
it's an aluminum bridge that they pull across the people from Nain and Voisey Bay. The last King's Quest, the ship actually stopped and let the race go in front of them before they moved on through, before they cut the race out.
Interesting.
There's a video going around somewhere some of the racers took of the boat stopped for them. She stopped and let them through, yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty.
But normally we time it so we're in contact and they tell us when they're going to be there. Biggest icebreaker in the world.
Wow. But Kane's Quest, like you said, I'm going to call you the founding father. You started out, getting it going and that kind of stuff, and is world renowned
I'm one of them,
now, eh?
It is. It's international now.
Yes, yeah.
We had
do you
last
have
year.
some,
We had
Okay.
team from Switzerland, Sweden. Where else? We had one from Alaska. So we're international now.
That's good.
Finland was the other place. Yeah.
We'll have to take our team and go down and do a live thing down there. The next Kane's Quest. When is the next one?
You're in Springdale, you said, right, Ellen?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
2023, March 2023. You want to know about Queen's Quest? Do you know Terry Croucher lives there in West Bottom?
I do too.
Ask
yeah.
Terry about Queen's Quest. He raced last year. Last race.
Yes, he did. Yeah, yeah. All my buddies went with him there to help him out, to support him, actually. And I only got one buddy.
Yeah, Terry's a good friend of mine. I only got. He didn't make it. He didn't make it to the second checkpoint.
No,
He made it there,
didn't,
but
no,
he scratched.
Yeah. He put in a good effort anyway. So, but a couple of comments that come up now. One riding the bike across.
Yeah, but
the
it's
island.
like the old man said: you don't listen.
We got a little bit of a delay here with you, Eldon, but that's okay.
Yep.
We're getting around it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I would. Yeah, I would love to make that trip across the island on bike.
Yeah. It's, I tell you, one of the nicest trips I find so far on the island after spinning 10,000 kilometers in 3 months on mine is going up to the Ox Bay area I'll say from Deer Lake. That's the most common spot. But from Deer Lake to Ox Bay, awesome trip on side by side.
Awesome ride.
Awesome ride. Actually, I was up there 3 times this summer. Twice we planned. The third time was accidental. That's a long story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all across, like you guys are talking about your snowmobile clubs, and there's some trails around Goose Bay I mean, this whole province in Newfoundland, there's lots and lots of nice places to go. Last year we were on motorcycle. We went out to Salvage, and I can tell you, there's just beauty everywhere. You know, we were out all over the place, right, on bike, and guys are in the backcountry enjoying it too. So, and this is what this. Oh, there's Jason Earl here. Okay. I thought that was John.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of people now. I mean, we've got a fair number of kilometers of trails. We've grown the past couple of years now. We're getting a lot of people that have started the backcountry trails and stuff, and going up into the Mealy Mountains for day trips and stuff. So that's a beautiful. That's a new area, is it? That's our new Mealy Mountain National Park.
So the Mealy Mountains is like the boys from here, when they goes to the gorge, there's no groomed trails. It's just like powder and mountain snow. And so Mealy Mountains is like sort of that type deal, is it?
It's all that type deal. You're all up in powder playing. There's one area the guys break the trail going up into, and once you get up into the mountains, you can kind of get around most places up there, right, and go up there for the day. Guys take extra gas and food and stuff with them for the day, just in case.
Yes, just in case. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So on our last show, there was our CMP officer came on. She did a little thing on safety for us, and she mentioned that that some of the police stations up your way carry the either the Spot or one of those GPS programs that you can actually go in and borrow from the police station if you're planning a trip in the mountains and so forth up there.
Yeah, that's right.
So is nothing that one of your clubs, you guys don't have one that someone could borrow or anything? These are just
we've got them for our groomer operators mostly if they get in trouble outside, but we've never thought about actually having one to loan out or rent out. But
yeah, here we go.
That's a good segue there, my friend.
There you go.
I'll let Jeffrey. I'm going to put you full screen here, and you can. You can do this. Well, no, first, what I'll do is I'll take you off that full screen here when I can. Yeah. And I'm going to shuffle this a little bit.
Yeah, just keep her going for a little bit. So, guys, we got a great prize here tonight from Briggs Aero out of Gander. He sponsored the Spot Garmin satellite system here. So we're going to do a couple spins here, and there we go. There's a winner. There's a winner. We got the winner there, Glenn. Someone else pronounce that name because I'm not English major.
It's Dupron. Yeah.
Glenn, congratulations.
Dupron.
Yeah.
Congratulations, cool. You're the winner of the Spot from Briggs Aero out in Gander. And if you see this, you can drop us a message on Facebook, or you can contact Briggs Aero, and he will get in contact with one of us here to confirm your winnings. So congratulations, and hope you enjoy. Hope you will never, ever, ever, ever need to use it.
There you go.
And next week we got from Ride Rock Adventures is giving away a snow bungee pulling tool valued at $125, and all you need to do is put a comment below. So all you guys and gals that have commented so far tonight and put questions in or even said hello, your name will go in for next week's draw, which is a $125 value snow bungee pulling tool. Another tool we wish you'll never need to use. Take it away, Elvin.
Unless you're in Labrador. Thanks. That's pretty good. Yeah. So, just we'll take comments right from now to.
Did you get that picture I sent you?
You sent me a picture. No? How'd you send it to me?
I sent you a picture on text.
Okay. Let me double check here. Oh yes. Let me throw that to my email, and then I'll put it up. You can guys keep talking there.
I see Ryan got a comment up there. He Facebook user keeps coming up. But if I understand correctly, on the link, just before you click the link, you're supposed to give StreamYard permission to display your name, I do believe, Ryan. So you can check that because you do have to give permission to StreamYard to display your name. Anyhow, I got your name anyway, Ryan Butt. So I got your name there anyway now. So we'll make sure you're in for the draw for that snow bungee next week.
And I know where he lives.
There you go.
Yes,
So
I
I hope
see
you've been
you
a
do
good boy because Everett knows where he lives.
I forgot to mention when we started up.
Snow bungee.
Me and Eldon are actually from the same kind of almost the same neck of the woods. I'm originally from Summerford.
Okay, yes, yeah.
Been in Goose Bay now for I think it's about 23 years.
I'll get this picture up here in a second here, so it's just taking a bit.
That's bungee is a great tool. I carry my skidoo all the time.
Yeah. So you get stuck a lot.
Of course.
Hey,
I get
if you
stuck.
don't
I
get
don't
stuck,
get
you're not
stuck a lot
snowmobiling, is
now,
it?
but in my younger days, I did. That's it. Yeah, you got that right. No, I ride the trails.
I try not to go off
I
trail
don't ride
anymore
no
now.
backcountry or very little.
Oh, the snowmobiles that's available now, if you go off trail and get
If I
stuck,
goes off trail, it's
there's
going
going
to
to
be
be
in
a
a groomer.
helicopter come in because they're a ton. Either that and getting old and weak.
Well, I ride a professional. Okay, professional. I've had her now. This is the 14th winter. I got
Oh, that don't look good.
30,000 kilometers on her.
Ooh.
So that's them.
Yeah.
That's them.
She's good machine.
Down to the top there, is it?
Heavy. That's down through the snow and the crust that is on the ice to the solid ice.
Right on.
That's the strap that we hooked the other one on coming away from her, of course, where we had to pull her up out of the hole.
So do your groomer normally go on ice or frozen areas? Because I know here pretty much they stay away from that, right?
Yeah, we go.
No,
we go on ice when
we
got
wouldn't
enough.
get out of Western. We wouldn't get out of the town site if we didn't.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to do it out crossing the ice. We go and we check all of our ice and we put markers on the lakes where we cross. We won't put any groomers on the lake systems until we got at least 20 inches of ice. We normally, a normal winter, we got that before Christmas.
That was my next
This year,
question. I was gonna ask you,
the
at least
first
it
time
was-
we checked, we had over. Yeah, we check it. What we do is we go out with the rechargeable drills with an auger bit, and we drill where we're going to travel. We drill, I would say, probably every 75 yards, and we mark the trail. If we get 18 inches, if we find 18 inches with no water, we put our markers up then, and that's where we travel. Well, we travel all year long by the edge of them markers. We don't travel all of them or, run lakes everywhere, but we stay on our marked trails.
So there was a question up there about what kind of sleds we use. I got a Skidoo. It's a E-Tech 600.
I ride a Scandic 908.
A four-stroke. Wow,
Yep.
nice. 20-inch track or what?
The wide track, yeah, 20-inch track. So it's the super wide's a little bit too big for me. I get too old and I'll be manhandling that around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get quite heavy now.
Yeah, oh yes, true.
Especially if you
Lot
got
of supervisors.
a trail riding screw for, let's say, for you
A
and
lot
your
of the
wife.
supervisors in this area.
Eldon, what are you?
That's what I got. The professional is a trail riding machine.
Okay. And Carol, what are you?
I got 600 MXC.
And Everett.
I have a 600 IQ touring. So of course, I stay on the groomed trails only. Like it's absolutely useless off the trails. It's a machine for the trails. So I've had it for 10 years and it's great.
What?
I got a 200 IQ. That's why I didn't buy one.
So,
I don't think you
what
got your
size,
IQ at all.
You just got the high, you haven't got the Q.
Exactly.
What size of track do you have there, Everett? What how wide?
Wide 16.
16, yeah.
Yeah, 150, 136.
That's what Jeff got, a 16.
Yeah.
16-inch wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his snowshoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
somebody just said they got a Expedition SE.
Oh, yes, Loretta, yeah.
Loretta. Now, I got a question to ask Loretta.
They're nice. They're nice machines.
It's a nice machine, yeah.
Your snow flap that's on the back,
Yeah.
backing up.
Yeah.
Tell us about is it okay or not? Because every time I back up, I go about 4 or 5 inches or 6 inches, and the next thing you know, that snow flap goes up and underneath, and I got a bungee cord on it for when I back up. I just pull it up so I got some track, eh? But
That's
then
the problem. That's the problem on most machines. Mine is the same way.
Oh, is it?
I always thought that flap on the back was for when I was growing up, we used to chase the snowmobiles and grab out that handle on the back and they pull you around on your belly, right? So I figured that was for snow wouldn't go to your face. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
That's why you stick with snowshoes.
Redneck.
And
That's what we used to do when we was younger.
I was wondering.
Somebody got to teach this. Somebody got to teach us ATV about sleds.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna put track on his wife's snowblower.
You got Yeah.
There you go. A 2005 Scandic.
Yeah, and
I assume the WT is wide track.
Yeah.
Now that one got the proper track for backing up. See, you shouldn't have any problem there.
No,
I don't
mine
think.
got that too, eh?
Jason, you can comment, but I don't think you have any trouble backing up with that one. You shouldn't anyway.
I got the same problem. I got a articulating track, like
Oh, do you?
rise up and you can adjust it so it's straight too. But I don't care if it's up or straight or whatever. But if I back up into some snow, it pushes that flap up and underneath, and just want to get out the shovel.
Sounds like an operator problem to me.
Especially if you're riding two up, is terrible.
Yes. And,
Cut your flap off.
There you go. You won't get in the way again.
That's a good thing to suggest, but my understanding, I think it was my first cousin actually, that he cut the flap off, and it prevented the snow from going up and
Cooling.
keeping it cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't cut your flap off. You lose all your cooling.
Yeah.
Yes. So he had to go and put a new flap back on.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
It's probably there more for cooling than actually.
I don't
is
mean
there.
cutting off entirely. You can you're
Big
cutting
inch out
off
of it.
maybe 3 inches.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You cut off maybe 3 inches.
A couple of questions here.
Yeah.
You see this one here? Oh, well, no, I want to go back to what Jason.
Jason
just said there.
is saying it's not at all good for backing up. I was surprised there that I know Arctic has a good one there.
Excellent.
Loretta was saying something there too.
Not at all. Excellent backing up. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So it
No,
is.
He said it's excellent backing up.
Yes, I read it.
Yeah.
Man.
He did, yeah.
Loretta said that
Expedition's good
for the
machines,
Grand Touring with the flap because it doesn't have the same suspension, no?
Oh, okay.
So, guys, if you're watching, to get your name into the draw, just put a comment down below saying what snowmobile that you're currently operating, and if you
go.
would like to go to Labrador, and these guys can help you out up there.
Yeah, no problem.
He's planning out a trip for you now, so if you put your name
Yep.
on the board, you're going to have to say that you're going.
And for sure, he's looking for a commission.
Oh, guaranteed. He's not doing it without that.
No way. Free night.
So anyway, guys,
Yes,
Free night.
we're getting into
Bring
an
your
hour
snow
here
bungee
now.
with you.
Go.
We're getting into an hour here now, and
Yeah, there you go.
so we're really appreciate you two coming on. I thought I might get another couple from the island itself to come on, but I just couldn't reach the contact, I guess. And but we really appreciate you two showing up. And like I said, next week we're going to have the all the organizations on, and Greg, you're going to be back, I assume, with the Labrador Winter Trails.
Sure.
And so then Rick Noseworthy is going to be on with the Trailway. And I'm still hoping to hear back from, I think, Jeffrey, you got a contact with the Newfoundland Snowmobile Association. So hopefully on the 31st, we'll have another good evening like this. And we'll talk about what they do, what their organization is,
Yeah.
and the Canadian Trails Association. I read some stuff on that, and I just kind of want to understand how that helps or what that that organization does and that kind of stuff, right? So
Yeah. So before we say goodbye to our fine guests, I'd just like to give each of them an opportunity, probably 1-2 minutes each, and just give us a quick promo on your club, why I should go to your club. And we'll start with
Start with
Elton.
Elton.
Can we second getting it?
yeah, he's living in Labrador. So it takes
Okay,
a bit of
in
time to
Western
get there.
Labrador.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm a bit delayed, I think.
Yes.
In Western Labrador, well, like I said, we got mountain climbing, we got valleys, we got fantastic ice fishing, speckled trout lakers, whatever you want. We travel on a lot of lakes, so it gives you an opportunity. You can go on day runs from here to Menack Lake. That's used to be CFLco at a warehouse and that there. They used to bring all their stuff in through years ago before Western Labrador was around, or before the railway. And it's beautiful country. You can travel all the way out. If you are adventurous, once you get into, say, Menack Lake area, you can travel the highway. Then there's a roadway that used to be there for CFLco. You can travel that right into Church of Falls and do the mall tour at Church of Falls. I don't know if anybody has been ever to Church of Falls, but it's a small town, company owned. And the Northern Lights travel one nighttime. There's, well, in Canada, I wouldn't say there's any better place.
So do you have to know the song, the Northern Lights song, in order to go
And as
up
you
to,
go now, Greg.
Greg, go for it.
Well, we used to believe one time years ago, they used to tell us if we went out whistling, they would stick on to us.
This way on the dance. Here in Goose Bay, you can travel.
Yeah.
Like the same as out now. You can get up in the mountains, Mealy Mountain National Park, to go up, do some back trail, 350 kilometer trails. We got the basin. You can go down ice fishing, smelts, trout. You can go down and fish the Kenemish River. You can take the basin, Lake Melville, all the ways out to Rigolette. Our trail system links up with the Labrador Fairs trail system heading north. Goose Bay is the gateway to the north community, so you can hop on our trail system, go all the ways up to all the northern communities, McColvick, Oakdale, Postville, Nain, Netwishy. So there's a lot of going on around here.
So you give everybody a map, I would assume, right? To make sure that we're going right, or
Oh yes, we've got maps available on our Facebook page, and
Yeah.
my number's on the Facebook page.
Go ahead, Eldon.
We got digital maps you can download. You can put it on your iPhone or your GPS, wherever you want. You can pick it up off our either our website or our Facebook, and download it right to your GPS or your phone or whatever.
Yep.
We mapped
I've
our
got
trail a few years ago, and
I've got
Well, thanks, guys.
I got the GPS files for all of our trails, plus all the North Coast and a couple down on the South Coast.
Well, I want to say thanks to our two guests as well, and yeah, thanks for coming on. It was great information. A lot of stuff that I didn't know about the clubs there in Labrador. I didn't know you really existed, to tell you the truth. And I'm sure a lot more people will know that you're up there now, and they know who to contact if they're ever planning a trip up your way for a snowmobile run, for sure. Just want to make note, Jason Earl, Air Newfoundland Trails, for the tracking and mapping. He developed a hat that Ride Rock Adventures promotes called NL Trails, and it's a very, very well done hat. I'm sorry to say it is not available for non-iPhone. Last word.
Android?
Only available for iPhones at the moment. And but it's a really good program. You can actually draw your maps out with your finger, trace your maps out, get the kilometers and all that stuff, and it tracks you. You don't need service. It's a really good, really nice program. And Jason Earl, he's developed it himself. He's from Cornerbrook area.
Okay.
Jason wants to contact me, and then we can start adding Labrador Trail onto.
Yes. There you have it, Jason.
It's just on an iPhone though, right? And how many people
Right
carry
now, it's only on
iPhones?
iPhone.
yeah.
Anyway. So anyway, guys, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's only on an iPhone. Yeah. And me, I'd be interested in something like.
Okay, good, because you guys come out to the island too, right? So that's good.
Yep. But thanks very much for having us. Me and Eldon will take any opportunity to promote snowmobiling in Labrador. So,
Sure,
anytime.
Good.
Wonderful.
And Greg, I'll see you back on the 31st.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very
Not
much.
a problem.
Thanks, guys.
Anytime, thank you
All
very
right,
much for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, see you later, boys.
And,
Well, if
there's anything you
wanna go
need
into
about
the,
Western Labrador snowmobiling or whatever, just give me a call.
Right on.
Okay. Thank
if
you,
want to
Eldon.
hang out in the green room, Jeffrey has got some coffee and some cookies and that there, so
Oh,
you
did
can just hang on for.
I gotta go get grooming. I gotta get ready to go grooming tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you
Right
go.
on.
Very good.
You have a good
Yeah.
trip.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
Good night
thank
now.
you.
Yep.
Right.
If he had a drink wrong there, probably.